Your network is trash, not mine. How are you, Lord? One sec, just give me 1 sec. Be right back. Welcome, darlings. We are back from, well, not some good place, obviously, because if otherwise I would have been feeling so much better. How are we doing? Language voice. Any improvement, darlings? Jake's my darling. Lord. Holiday. How do you do it? Or you're a moderate, right? You can do things most people cannot. And this thing, you tell me you're one of whom? How are you, darling? Darling. Can we not? Can we not just drain the fun out of it? Or to be done properly? And it's time for the I know you've been begging for it. I know you've been waiting for it. You've been thirsty for it. And that's the only thing you're good at, darling. Be creative of what you're given, not what you could have. Well, I've paid good money for HDR, I'm gonna use it. And this is one of those cases. You got a problem? With my HDR? And fudge your damn light. I paid good money, I wanna say the quality, darling. Lord. I see some new faces. Have you been here? Well, no, I spent on it and I want to see through it. Well, I drank a cup of tea. I had some coffee and I'm just ready to mingle. And I hope a lot happens to you. but in good ways. Should we both get our wishes? What? And this is HDR. It does make a difference. Obviously, also the platform. All the extra quality, all the extra bits. But let's stick to just a spacer for now. I'm too provider. And a call on that too. We cannot make any issues out of this. It's just a deal fucking breaker, darlings. This ain't gonna work. Dabble all the time. I'm not a coffee guy. I mean, it's been months after I drank for the first time. I'm not an addict to coffee, I think. At least, not all the time. Not every day. Or not every other day. Not every day. But I'm lying. I don't know. Never mind. Who cares? Holly, you do not deserve the quality we're about to see. What did you try? What did you fling? Oh, I need a new maker, by the way. You know, the other one just broke. It's a good main for you guys and me, for us both to practice. But I know all there is to know, but you know, for those such as Holly, the big, she could learn a thing or two from my very well mannered English, so, you know. With cake, I don't mind gaining some weight, so who cares? But to be honest with you, I'm not really one of those guys who would much care to eat at all. And I'm so tired that I might just right about now fall over then again, because I already had something that you would probably call not applicable to drink. This is going to be sounding a bit ever. It's just too difficult to just, you know, compose myself right now. I've been already sleepy, tired, and been on the knife, literally. Well, not knife, you know, that kind of knife. I've been under the surgery. Not the surgeon, if you know what I'm talking about. Holly, you know what I am. And I am extremely unmotivated. Chocolate cake, cheesecake, whatever cake, but vanilla. Why are you so curious about it all of a sudden? You like it, Lord? You like how I call you Lord, darling? Feeling so big and, well, noble, darling. Unto the Lord himself. Well, you've got it thick, thoroughly thick. Not sure about it being British, darling. Can we not overdo it though? It's just my thing. I keep calling people darling. It's you know this. These occasions happen to me after you know what, and I keep calling people darling. It's become sort of, I don't know, a habit of mine. How does it relax you, love? Oh, I'm dozing off. And even now, darling, I can speak so very much tenser than you. Combine all together. Because I am I and you are you, Harley. Let's be absolutely honest about that bit. Correct. I'm not spamming, darling. I'm just saying it because it's become a term of endearment for me. I don't know why though. I mean, I think I know why, but I'm not trying to make fun of anyone. I've just been doing it for a while now. I keep calling everyone darling or doll or whatever. And I need to just tone it down a bit. I don't know. I know, it's just too much. But then again, you guys are dear to me. So why the heck not use it? Yeah, literally doing the same thing, just on a different platform. You guys are getting off this, are you not? Because I'm enjoying it even so. I really like it, no? Do you not? And mine is personal, you dear person. Mine is. I did not. You know, I thought you were someone else, to be honest with you. Honestly, I thought, you know, whom. Actually, I thought it's. Does it even matter so at this point? But the fact that you came twice here, even in this time of night, even so, says a lot. Am I flirting with you guys? But I'm doing it on purpose. And I don't know why. As I said. Literally right now, as I said. Well, I'm good at it. And those classes are gonna pay off, darling. If you catch my drift. So what's it gonna be? Should I make you laugh or should you make me smile? No, I'm pissed off, to be honest. I'm pissed off and I don't know why. No such a thing. Do not forget your other determiner, darling. No such a thing. Yeah, the one and only thing you love other than me. An object, or not so much of an object anymore. a living being. At least for people who don't have the. Well, I think it's in this case it is I. Because I'm single now. And I'm not happy about it. Honestly though, I'm a bit on the edge. I don't know why. I'm not having fun, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not in the mood. My body says no, but my mind says yes. Oh, I'm bleeding right now. Oh, and so I wish I were the pillow right now, darling. No more darlings. Dolls. Whatever the heck else, anything else but this. Jax, how are you doing? My good body, my good friend. Not body, body. At least I hug female. What do you hug? You hug a rituality. You hug a picture, which, by the way, is of me, darling. At least I can hug this, but you lack even so having such a beautiful pillow, darling. Can we stop with this darling thingy? For fuck's sake. Fabot, had you known what things I have done to this poor little peasant, you would definitely have changed your mind by now. Oh, you're wrecked. Why is it that every verb we are using kinda, feels like an idea in my mind going all around and around and reaching one specific point? That one specific point being, kind of sensual. I don't know. Like we are ascending in a form or so. Well, a cat is not a human being. You need a touch. I'm gonna back off. But by the way, I'm not angry. I'm trying to hold my passion for you guys. Pure love for my community. Really. There is only such. I'm not gonna properly answer your comment, by the way, but I can do all. Yes, darling. Well, technically, I do call Jax darling because I don't know his real name or her. But other than him or her or them, respectfully speaking, I will not be calling you anyone by any name, actually. And as for Holly, I could, But I'm an adult, so I respect your wishes, even though they really are petty for me to even consider anymore. But I respect your wishes. But touch where? What? Who said touch? I said. Huh? I said I respect your wishes because I'm an adult. I'm matured off, as opposed to you with all your cat thingy jokes. For Christ's sake, Holly, you're supposed to be moderating the chat, not just who cares, just have fun at this point. Who gives a flying rat anymore? You love acting like a boss, don't you? Being so assertive, so bossy to other people. You love it so much, darling. You're begging for You're begging for it. You want to be in power. You want it so much. Again, I'm not talking about it sensually. I'm talking about you wanting to be in a place of power. Again, not to be confused with anything else, because I think the mannerism I'm using right now to be speaking is on a whole different mode, vibe, never mind. I never said that. I said there's a difference between hugging a cat. I mean, even if you could hug a cat, even managing so without it clawing at you and such, would you mind? As I was saying, there's a difference between hugging an animal, any animals, and a human being, which you clearly are in need of. Desperately even so, darling. But yeah, this is the surgery. I mean, not much of surgery, you know. It's just on a scar. And hopefully it's over. Would it be you'll be blinded by my beauty? If there's anything left anymore. I'm going to keep my pace. I'm going to just lower my voice. Maybe it was the lighting. Too bright for you guys. But that's what they do. They're not as good as you are. Oh, but let's talk about your cat. But I think it's bugged out. You guys are watching. How many cats you said you have? Guys, you know, that's kind of a personal question, to be honest. I mean, at least the phrasing that I'm using, or the question, my question, is going to be a bit personal. So how many cats do you possess? If you could call them cats. But I'd rather have them on my heart than my face. This is gonna pay the bills. Okay, that came out wrong. Not that kind of invoice. Not what I meant. I'm not. I don't have any accounts on that platform, no. That wasn't what I meant at all. God. That is not what I meant. I was saying, as in, a confidence boost, that kind of thing. That kind of bill paying, that kind of invoice and such. Not that kind of platform most I don't use. I don't even know the name of sort. Yeah, but which one is yours? You're starting it. You're the one who's starting it. You know where I'm going with this, and you know where I'm going with this, and you're playing along. So don't be fucking upset at me if it does hurt your feelings, doll. Yeah, 6 or 7, sure. That's the best fucking percent you want. Yeah, I think if you do not type anything, if you do not remark about anything in regards whatever there is to be on my stream, if I'm not going to be showing you as a viewer, whatever. So 7, considering that's messed up. That is messed up, but I like it. It really is messed up. That is not what I meant. You either know or you do not. Maybe it's better if you just ignore the matter. Sure. We are talking about cats after all. But I'm sorry. I did not. I asked about your cats. I asked about your cats. What did you think I was talking about? Do I look like I'm joking? I wasn't. I wasn't. Maybe I explained it wrong. Maybe I'm too ambiguous, darling. Maybe there is an unknown pun not intended. And I'm not trying to be rude, I'm trying to be curious. In a good, gentlemanly way. I ask because I care. It's one of those situations. You ask not to be rude, not to be disrespectful, but to ask, but to gather information in order to know the other person so that you could eventually respect them and further so, darling. It's all about the adventure, but also about decisions just as much. I'm as much of a gentleman as you are as a lady. I'm as much of a gentleman as you are a lady. I am as much of a gentleman as you are a lady. Sometimes I do. Oh, since you're old-fashioned, yeah, I do. Be honest, I'm not much concerned about it, but I do if I feel like doing it. To be honest, and again, to be authentically honest with you, so to be brutally honest with you, I don't think most people deserve my kindness, and I'm not a kind person. I'm not kind to people. I'm kind to people who I care about deeply, and you could be one of whom, which I highly fucking doubt. You peasant. I'm jesting, darling. I'm jesting. We are all peasants here. That I could hold anything open for you if you ask me to. And again, it's not about your gender, it's not about your sex, it's about, it's if you got you talk about, if we are to talk about equity, it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman or whatever in between, whatever you think you are. It's about feeling like someone is in need, and you're doing what you think is proper, situation-wise. It's not about your sex. It's not about your gender. And sure, men and women are both capable of holding the door themselves, keeping it open the door themselves. And you don't have to do it. But it just comes naturally, I think, to some people. To me, it doesn't. Unless I actually think about it, I think. As I said, no one is having to do it. Some might even be admired to be being old-fashioned. Your voice, not mine. I'm an animal. You want to be kind to me? But to start, I'm an animal, so be kind to me. But be kind to me old-fashionedly. I don't mind. This isn't. That is not the way I'm supposed to be doing this. No, I'm a modern. I think I'm just the way I am. I don't know. I don't much care about changing myself because of people. I could never change anymore. Whatever the fuck I am, I've been for a long time. That being said, I'll tear down again. I wouldn't be good to you. What animal I could be? But I do believe I could be kind to people who would do the same to me. Unless there are exceptions. I'm not a fucking bastard. But then again, technically not. No, technically I'm not. Who cares, you know? And we don't have to be modern about it. Sure. I'm not a cat. Being ungrateful for things that people have done for you could be a trait cats do follow. But I'm not one of those. I have this rage inside me. I could just crush it in my part. But I do have my dignity. I said before, I do possess some dignity here and there. Yeah, and that's you being too optimistic. I'm not. Most people do not deserve my kindness. Why do you think I become like this? This outcast, this outlast. You think kindness caused all this? And you think I care? I could care less about people doing whatever they want. I do much care about kindness. I'm not a kind person. I'm not going to be holding hands with people in need, because those people, those so-called people who you think are good and the jolly fucking good, are going to stab you in the fucking back as soon as they got a chance. And I've seen it. I've learned it firsthand. So I'm not going to be kind to just anyone. I choose my target and I bring the world for them. I cradled them in kindness. I cradled people whom I care in gifts, in basket of gifts and desires, because they deserve it. But those people are so rare that I could probably lose hope finding so even. But we talked about this before. You having your life and all, and me mine. And let's be honest about it, the possibility of us being together, literally, almost zero, because you're old-fashioned, you don't want me, you don't find me attractive. You yourself, or as you said, your was a relationship. And if by any chances you could be one of those people whom I could connect with, technically speaking, I do not have any chances with you. Even if you were one of those people, which neither of us know. And that makes it so fucking sad, because out of 100 I could barely connect with one. I could barely find someone whom I actually care about, to be honest with. Sure, I could have so many friends with benefits and such, but none of them are going to answer you when you need them. None of them are going to be there when you actually need a friend, when you actually need a partner to be sad with, to be happy with. And even if you do trust, there comes a realization that almost no one is as honest as you are. I don't ever experience this. It's like I myself 100 fucking percent. I'm not talking about the end, darling. I don't know if I've experienced it before or not. I'm through and through, all the way. I'm 100% I myself. I'm gonna be authentic to my core for the person I care about, but they're not gonna be the same for me. They're honest. They're not gonna be cheating behind my back. They're not gonna manipulate me, delude me, deceive me even so. But they're just not gonna be as honest to me as I am to them, for them. And that's fucking sad. That is why you cannot be your actual self so long as you know how bluntly, courageously authentic you are. Because no matter, one party is always going to lie to you first. One party is always going to be tiny bit more manipulative. And that sucks. It's a loss, not lost. Lost is past participle and adjective. Oh, it don't mean you need a noun. So technically, it's their loss. I don't think I've ever stabbed anyone in the back, at least in my relationships. I never did so. I never did. To be honest, I was too honest. Okay, loss. I'm not gonna say I was. But I do things sometimes to manipulate people into closing in, into making them fall for me. But that's only natural. You do those things to grab what you desire. Why am I without my weapons of attraction? And I'm honest about it. Sure, I could be delusive, but I'm honest about it. Sure. Fuck me sideways, I could manipulate a viper out of its lair into doing my biddings. I could do it. I could grow a lion to his desires. Well, that came out wrong, to be honest. What I'm trying to say is that I can be extremely far more manipulative than I am right now. But there comes a price, losing my honesty, losing my dignity. And that's not something I could just do and not feel guilty about it. The most people do it on a daily basis. I'm capable, I'm attractive, I can do whatever I want. But being able to do it and not do it is a whole different fucking story, darling. If you're not good looking enough, you're not attractive enough, if you do not know the house and you don't do it, you've got nothing to prove. But if you're like me, and you know you can get whoever you want, but still keep your poise, keep your composure, and know that you are doing the right things simply because you are proper in mind, that's fucking valuable. And sometimes even I might do things so very much elusively. I am honorable, but even honorable people sometimes do things unthinkable. What is unthinkable as such might seem, even then so there is a limit they will not cross. And I would like to believe I'm one of those. So I could be both, as one would say, and has said to me, a viper, and perhaps a viper on one side, and empath on the other. I could be both. The spectrum pendulum. I could be one vicious bastard, and again I could be so empathetic to you that I could almost believe I am you. It's a different body. And that's my wild card, darling. And I keep having to fight myself, choosing what I'm going to be on a daily basis. Even so, I love this how I am. I do not, it's all an act. Or maybe I'm acting to perfection of myself. That's my own. I don't act. I do not act. Okay, when I'm drunk, I think I do become honest. And you're using it, you bastard. I act a lot, but my acting doesn't come from acting itself. I try to perfect my accent. I try to perfect my grammar. My every goddamn word that I use in my phrasing has to be perfect, has to be rhythmic, has to be lyrical, and that takes energy and drains me the heck out. Most people see us speaking as simply communication. It's not. It's a melody. It's a way to articulate yourself, to express yourself, to show your desire in I'm not trying to teach you, I'm just trying to tell you about me. I think this is the truest level of me you've seen. Honestly, you know what? Ask me anything you want. Anything you want. I would tell you the most possible honest answer. Or I would decline. I would not lie to you. Ask me anything you want. Ask me anything you want. I dare you. I fucking dare you. None is here but you and me. But you and I. Conjunction, subject, conjunction, you. Two subjects. Conjunction, subject, conjunction, subject. Well, you should be, darling. If you could get me in my honest, authentic state. It's very rare. Ask me the fuck away. If I manage to conquer world, if I manage to become the most imperative person living and non-living. No, you said honesty, right? It depends. Are you talking about financial ace or the feeling of ease when you have done something to your core and you feel like you're feeling great, you feel serenity, you feel at ease. Conquering the world, I'm not joking. Showing everyone what I'm capable of. Showing my art. I'm not I'm not joking. My art is valuable. I bled for it, darling. The way I speak, the way I conversation. Oh god damn it! I'm losing my mind. The way I speak, the way I talk, the way I make conversation with people is art. The way I write my music is also art. I draw artistically. I play artistically. It's meant to be like that. No, not necessarily, so darling. Showing people what I am, truly am, what I am capable of. That's why I deserve the best treatment possible. Because most people do not deserve what they get. Yet they are in the right place, right fucking time. Me, never really care much about it. Do you know why? Because I have these maybe it's called psychosis, that I might be immortal, who knows? So I have all the time in the world. That's why I tell you, darling, whatever you think about me is true. You could be dead wrong. So if I do have all the time in the world, I also do have all the time in the world to plan, and plan meticulously. But those are superstitions. I'm sorry, I'm losing my wording. Too drunk. But who knows? Maybe I care about my well-being to a point that I could seem like one. But there have been some. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna gaslight you. There have been signs in my life from very young childhood of mine that some things have been extremely so wrong with me. Not wrong as in inappropriate, like, you know, I've seen the signs, I've seen the surrealism. Would you mind, darling? Thank you. And I've seen things that could not have happened in normal world. So that's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm trying to. And I've given up trying to explaining such to me. And maybe there really is something about me or anyone that is so singular that they might actually try and hide it. And maybe if you do know the actual many secrets of mine, you might be shocked. Again, I'm reclaiming the fact that I told you I'm going to be honest with you. So some of the things I'm telling you might be sounding a bit out of order. Unorthodox, I mean. No, it's okay, you can imagine. But 100 years from now on, 100 fucking years from now on, we'll see who actually is one. If we're talking about vampires and sort. Or maybe I'm just delusional. I always keep my options open in all regards. And you know, just today I had an opportunity, actually many opportunities, to start another relationship, but you know, I couldn't. because I thought that would go against my convictions. The age gap was so high that I could not just bring myself to accept the person in my life. And I cannot live with a guilty conscience. So I'd rather be alone and in my broken of heart rather than just do anything to be so-called happy. So yeah, maybe I am honorable, even to such a point that could annihilate me even so. Sure. What does honor do? What good is honor when you're dying for attention? When you're dying for attention you could never have. As I said, there are many people who want me, but I'm not interested. You catch my drift. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And it's not about code, it's about want. I can't just be with anyone. And that's what Kimia did. That's why Kimia mattered to me so much, because I knew she was one of the rare creatures, just like you. There's something so rare about you too, I think. I've given you the chance, so I think there is something about you. The fact that you listen to me means a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. The fact that you care to listen means a lot. The fact that you're curious, you're inquisitive enough to listen to me says a lot. Most people cannot even begin to bother to care. They cannot even comprehend. They can't even understand a fucking accent, for God's sake. But you care. You care enough to stay here talking to me. That counts for something. And I respect. That counts for respect. And you deserve my respect. It's not about you laughing, darling. It's about the respect you deserve. You deserve to be respected. Because you listen. Because you're curious. Because you're inquisitive. We are being honest, right? Most people are stupid. But a stupidity is a bliss. Less they understand, happier they'll be. I'm not. More I comprehended, more I felt, more sad I became. And you were so fucking about it. Was you fucking? Do you know what's so that's so fucking ironic about it is that I want to know more. I want to understand more of this fucking world. I want to feel more. I want to understand more. I want to know more. And the price is for me to always be in darkness. My own wickedness, my own wickedness. But none of that, darling, is gonna make me happy. I could have all the best features, best traits in the human possible. But to what end? I'm not here just to acquire knowledge and die alone. I'm supposed to be living a life just as well. to have a life. It's not, I've always been like this. In what manner are you saying such? Oh, you think this is new for me? It's not. I've always been like this. I've always been not happy. I'm not gonna say I've always been sad. No. There is a difference between happiness and not being happy. On the latter. I'm not happy, but I could be satisfied with my life. Happiness makes you stupid. Happiness makes you not to think. Happiness makes you asleep. I'm not happy. I don't want to be happy. I want to be successful. I want to be attainable. Happiness makes you reckless, darling. I've always been different to what most people, again, I emphasize, towards most people. Towards most people, I am indifferent because they are nothing to me. Again, by saying nothing to me doesn't mean that I don't care about their well-being. I say such because I mean I don't see them as equals. I don't see them as worthy. I don't see most people as worthy as my companion. They're not mentally, properly, well educated, well mannered, well cared after, mind wise. They do not much care to think. You know, I used to think I really do care about just looks and whatever else that comes after. I used to care so much about looks, but now I know personality does also matter. If you do not have the persona, darling, you're gonna be boring to me. Most people are boring to me. Most are just pawns. Most are pawns. Well, I've fallen for me. So there goes your first statement. When I have me, I don't have to fall for anyone. And then there comes the personalities. No, you know what? That's not what I meant. Having good looks gives you confidence, but that doesn't make a proper relationship. I was joking, to be honest. When you've got good looks, you know you can get anyone you want. Anyone you want. I emphasize anyone whom I want. But do I actually want to? Because one area most people fail is having both looks and the brain. The latter usually fails. That's why I do not much care about one's looks. If they are good looking, great. If they've got a great personality, that's a great fucking package. And those people are hard to come by, hard to find. Because they have high standards, just as I do. I mean, my standards are extremely actually higher even than Enzo. Looks can be lasting a lot longer than you think. The level of attractive, what you see superficially in someone's looks or attractiveness could change, but the same level of attractiveness would apply for someone, most men actually, even though their age could be different. So if I am 50, I'm attractive even so, but towards most people in my age. So the bone structure, the nose, the cheeks, whatever, if you take care of your body, they do stay, they will stay the entirety of your life. And personality growth does happen with age just as well. Say you are old fashioned, yet I think I do know more than you, darling. Or maybe we're just bragging. Oh, so okay, so good-looking people don't spend time on the personality. Sure. Would you mind elaborating on that? Oh, I do. You bet your sweet arse, darling, I do know. And believe me, if you had you known the reason why I do know so much, I had not much of a reason to brag about it. Heck, you might have been pitying me. Not really, though. I don't know. I do know because I've been hurt more. That's why I'm telling you, happiness does not give you perspective, does not give you information. Sadness, however, darling, it gives you time to realize what the fuck you are. And I know exactly what the fuck I am. Do you? Let's talk about your one before the last comment. So you think good-looking people are actually, stupid? That's what you think? They care less. They cheat. You have no idea what you're talking about. If you see it from my mindset, you'd begin to see a pattern. You'd begin to see a pattern that actually those so-called good-looking people could have been in such sorrow. And that's what makes them a singularity. And that so-called singularity gives up the same vibe resonation that most people avoid. That most people, whether they want it or not, are intimidated by. I cannot make myself stupid. And I love myself way too much to make myself worse looking, bad looking. That's why I spend so much money on my health. To stay healthy. And this is what Kim lost. And I don't want to blame her though. I fucked up too. But she did a lot more than I did. I don't even want to talk about her. I respect her. I respect her. I'm trying not to hurt her. I'm trying to give her space. I'm trying to be kind to her, even though I'm still hurt. And that's why I'm bleeding right now. Surgery, you know. These are good talks, by the way. Go on. Come on. Might you not believe it, but darling, but you're actually one of few whom I enjoy talking with, even though we are not actually having a kind of moment, and by moment I mean a kind of thing that could lead to something more, because you gave me your reason and you know me. But even yet so, I enjoy talking to you. And I wish I could since you're old fashioned, you think going further than this, or I don't know, like seeing me in real life could, I don't know, like make you feel disloyal to your partner. But that's not what I meant. I meant as in, I don't know, even a friend. So you are really good as a person. You're not stupid. I mean, you are stupid compared to me, let's be honest. You've got a long road ahead. It's not really difficult to understand you. I can be cruel about everything, but I chose not to. Because I can choose where and how I would exhibit my rage in act. You do like your stupidity, yet again you are far more wiser. You're far more wiser. You are far more wise. You are far wiser. You are far. You know, that's one of those grammar things. You are far wiser. You are a lot wiser. You are far wiser, not far more. Unless, no, wiser is the adjective. So technically, if I'm going to be correct, you are far wiser than most people. But you're not complicated, or you're not showing it. Or you are too knowing of yourself that you don't need to show your complexity in order to feel team towards you. Could be another reason. You could be intricate as fuck, but you don't have any reasons to show how complicated you are. But the fact that you just back and forth with me, speak, you seem curious, you seem inquisitive, shows that you are capable of understanding me. You are capable of going head to head with me. Not head to head, you'd lose. All lose eventually. You like what you see, you like what you hear, and you like to talk about. To simplify it for you. I didn't mean to insult you, darling. And even if you want it or not, you are going down the well. And that well is your demise. If you know what I'm talking about, you are smart. Yet you do not care how deep you are going. See, the chicks do look good. All natural. You are going down the well. Whether you want it or not, you are going down. No, you're not pitying me. I haven't much said. But I did tell you, darling. I'm being honest with you. It's your time. You could ask questions of extreme significance. Or you could just flirt whatever you want. I gave you a chance. You couldn't take it or not. It's your choice, darling. Sure. You know, I gave you a rare chance. And I do see one of it, so darling. No questions. No inquisitiveness. No curiosity. Anything you ask, I could honestly, darling, come on. I would honestly respond to you. But at most, but not at most respect, but you know, I could respond. What's your purpose? Not your. Your is contraction of you are. Your, as in determiner. My, your, her, his. Not the not the contraction. Not subject plus verb. A determiner. You ask me to evolve further. I'm ever evolving, ever changing. Remember? I didn't lie to you. Come on. Sure, you always make just spelling mistake and none more. Nothing wrong with your grammar, darling. Perfect. 10 out of 10 proficiency level. You could teach me. But not English, but you know, a thing or two. Nothing. Nothing comes to your a slowly expanding of a mind. Just cleaning the dried blood off my chin. I did have a surgery. You wouldn't dare to ask me questions. Why? I'm not. we both know I am a monster. Why not? Please do. I enjoy talking to you. Please do. Please. If you feel like this is not a proper platform, we could just switch back to, I don't know, if you want to, we could go to other platform. Oh, okay. My purpose is ever changing in and of itself. Not ever changing. It doesn't change. I want to better myself, excel myself at what I do. Music, grammar, language, acting, playing, talking, lyricality, speaking, my methods, making proper conversations. That's what I want. Every day. Or maybe you found yourself something that you're satisfied enough to settle down with or for. I never did. I could never settle. I have to improve myself. And if you're not gonna ask questions, I'm gonna check out my phone just a bit. Till you learn your lesson. So a 40-year-old darling loves me. Is she gonna be my sugar mommy? What? She likes me. She's 40. Fuck your garden skin hair. Maybe she wanna spend on me. Who knows? At least for once. How the fuck old do you think I am? Do you have any idea, even remotely so, one idea how old I am? Hey, I could be as old as your dad. Have you ever thought of that? I could be 50 for fuck's sake. I could be so much older than you think. that number is based on the fact that I'm tired, and the fact that my vocal cords are so tired I cannot speak so very euphonically, so melodically even so. But that number changes based on my facial expression and also how my eyes are looking. The language changed it. And also the lighting too. And the fact that I do have a beard at this time or not, which I do not. What if I were 34? What would you do then? Would you be impressed? I think you'd be intimidated. There would be a reason why you would. I don't know the reason why though, but I think you'd be intimidated. And I think I know why though. If I were to be 34, you'd be intimidated, darling. You would be intimidated because you would stop looking at me like a toy, like someone you're having fun with, and you would see me as a man. Maybe that though, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just messing with your brain, darling. Them good checks don't come cheap. And you know what's so funny? No one knows my age. No one. Even I'm not sure anymore. Even I am not sure anymore. You can keep asking questions if you're up for it. I don't mind. Either way, I am going to be having to get some shorts out of this live. But with this, I doubt if we'd get any views. What do you want to talk about? You can do a lot for this poor old man. You can make him happy, even so. It's so fucked, you know. I actually went for someone whom I liked around like, I don't know, 6 months ago. Today. 6 months ago from today. And they rejected me. And they did it so smoothly, with all excitement and, you know, smiles and love. They actually liked me, but they said they're going away. I find one person that I think I could have a connection with, and that one person is going to leave forever.